All right, boys. Welcome to show 18. How are we doing today?
Blessed.
Pretty good, thank you.
Well, we're going to start this off, get this stuff out of the way. Please hit the like, share, subscribe. It's the only way to help us grow. We're going to thank our sponsor today, Coach of Chiropractic. He's a local chiropractor here in Omaha, Nebraska, down off like 120th and Blondo, roughly. Um, he's not only a sponsor, he is my chiropractor. Before my back surgery, he kept me so I could stay in the truck like through the pain, like he would get me moving in the morning. And so I have thoroughly appreciated the man and what he's done for me. It's been very beneficial. I mean, even just sitting in this chair because of him.
It's just old age.
Yeah, it is. So, we've got Rob today. We've got Rich, Danny, myself, and then we have a very special guest. We have Rodney Smith Jr. in the studio from Raising Young Men and Raising Young Women Lawn Care. Um, we all feel incredibly blessed to have you here, sir. We are all looking for the recipe to help ourselves and hopefully some other people raise young men and women that are better than we were as children. I don't know how you were, man. A lot of us were knuckleheads and got in trouble, and so lucky to be here sometimes. But we're hoping to kind of get the backstory of what made you what you are. We're gonna real quick here. We're gonna run a couple-minute video
Okay.
just to kind of let people know where you're at right now.
Okay.
All right.
My name is Rodney Smith Jr., and I'm the founder of Raising Man Lawn Care Service. Raising Man Lawn Care Service started back in 2015. I was leaving school one day and I came across this elderly man outside mowing his lawn and looked like he was struggling. So I pulled over and helped him out. And that night I decided I'd start mowing free lawns for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans right here in Huntsville, Alabama. At first, my goal was to mow 40 lawns by the end of winter, but I mowed 40 lawns so quick that I upped my goal to 100. A month and a half later, I reached my 100th lawn, and that's when the idea of Raising Men Lawn Care Service came about, where I'll still mow free lawns for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans, but now I'll also include kids ages 7 to 17 and show them the importance of giving back to their community with a lawnmower. The 50-yard challenge is a challenge that we have issued to kids nationwide and even worldwide to mow 50 free lawns in their community. Once they mow 10 lawns, they get an orange shirt, 20 earns a green, 30 a blue, 40 red, and 50 lawns earns a black. And once they mow 50, I will drive to wherever they are in the United States. I will do lawns with them, and I will also give them a brand new mower, weed eater, and blower for finishing this 50-yard challenge. You guys just completed the 50-yard challenge. How was it?
It was very
Excited.
yeah,
Yeah? What you guys like about it?
helping the community,
Yeah?
getting out there.
Helping the community and weed whacking.
Weed whacking. So you're a weed whacking professional.
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm not picking this up.
So far to date, about over 50 kids nationwide have completed this, and currently we have over 1,000 kids nationwide taking part in this 50-yard challenge, and we also have kids in 8 other different countries. So when I first came out of high school, I went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida to attend ITT Tech. And during those 6 months, I had a really bad time, I was trying to adjust the college life and being so far away from my family. Every single day I was complaining to my mom, look, I want to come home. And I remember just asking God to use me as his vessel. He didn't give me an answer that day, not a month later, not even a year later. It would happen a few years later. And even though it took a few years for it to happen, I believe God was building me up for that moment. And, I'm so grateful to be doing something I love every single day.
Awesome.
Yes, very awesome.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So we want to get into what made the man. I mean, what how old were you when you started this?
Uh, 20, 27, 26?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 27. I was not. I don't know. I wasn't the person I am today. I wasn't the volunteer firefighter, I am today. But yeah, I was still trying to, party a little bit and have fun with the kids. I was not interested in the community so much. So I mean, what kind of is what raised you as a man, to your mother, father, grandparents, what brought your sense of community to you?
I guess to say my family. I'm originally born in the island of Bermuda. So growing up, I had my mother, my father, and my little sister. And every weekend we would go to church, just like a regular family. And my dad and mom will always instill in me, give back when you can. I remember when I was younger, we used to feed the homeless, so things like that. But yeah, just regular. I mean, even as a kid, I hated mowing lawns. I hated mowing lawns, but God took something I disliked and turned it to something I love to do. And every single day I wake up and mow free lawns. So if you would have asked me way back then, where do you see yourself when you get older? It wouldn't be this because, as a kid I disliked it, but now I love it. So it's kind of amazing how life works sometimes. But yeah, that's all.
That's great. I Kendall had said something about he took his kids down to feed the homeless and stuff as they were younger, and that's something I'm gonna have to look into to help with for my children and the 50-yard challenge. I believe it's great. It is something that my two middle children, when they one will be turning 7 next year and the other one will be 8, and I'm going to try to get them out there and do it. And I've got a 14-year-old out here. He's a big guy. He lives with his mom, and he's usually with me on the weekends. And I'm going to encourage him to try to do the same too. He's really focused on football, and he does work study. He goes to a private school, and he, as part of his scholarship or whatever, he goes in and works for some of that discount. But he's been a great kid, but I am hoping to get him active, and because he does want to do these things. He is, he's into the church and trying to be that. So I think it would be good for him also.
Of course.
I did see this morning when I was kind of on your Facebook, you also are, during the winter, encouraging the kids to go out and shovel snow, and in the fall rake leaves, and man, I love it.
Yeah, man. Just trying to find ways to get kids active and stay active. So that's why it started off as just mowing. Then we realized that, people need more than just mowing. You have the fall and winter, which includes raking leaves and snow shoveling. So we wanted to find ways to get kids involved. So we just included raking leaves, snow shoveling. We also include even picking up trash. Some kids, especially the young ladies, they like to do some gardening work. So if they want to do that, they can do that as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, opening up the options and
Like a buffet.
yeah.
The one thing I see is just the investment of giving back to the community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feeding the community, you know what I'm saying? Getting more involved and then starting the kids at a young age. That's awesome. That's powerful.
For real.
That's very powerful.
Yeah, I didn't have a community direction when I was a child, and I wish I would have. Now that I'm on the fire department, I do see the value in just trying to get out there and do what you can. I'm not the best at showing up for the meetings and stuff, but every time a call comes and I'm around, I'm on it.
Yeah.
And my son, my older son, he's voiced about wanting to try to be active in the department. And we've talked about doing a junior firefighter deal for some of the kids in the area to get them going. But I live in a really small community. We're like 160 people out where I live in the whole town. It's actually a village.
The name's bigger than the.
Right.
But we have in that smaller community a ton of elderly and some veterans, and I think it's going to be a great thing for my kids. They will definitely be able to stay pretty busy. I have made the mistake in the past of letting the kids play the video games because I was overworked and stressed. And so I am paying for that now.
Yeah.
So like I said, dude, next year the kids are running with us, and I'm going to go stand and help them and watch. And
it's bonding time too, because like one thing I didn't realize, it's definitely bonding time. There was a grandfather that signed his grandkids up, and he went out with them to every single lawn to mow. And he said if it wasn't, for the 50-yard challenge, the kids would just be inside playing the video games.
Yeah.
But now he's taking them out, showing them how to mow lawns and just spending that quality time.
Yep.
That quality important time.
Yep, I do walks with my children. Mm-hmm. It's not been so frequent here with this nasty heat. I'm too insulated, man. so I've been lacking, but I was, we lost Danny here. I was really good about that. When it's cold, I'm really
Yes.
good about it. But I have realized how much the bonding time in the morning of getting out with the kid, just my older son at home, he comes out with me, and
Yeah.
his stories and all that are always fun, and we try to, he wants a picture every time we go out, and that's become real special to me
Okay.
too. So, I mean, I love that it can be a bonding thing, and
Oh,
I'm totally going to try to run with that myself
Yeah, you
too.
should.
So it is great.
Yeah, yeah.
We I have learned also today
Mhm.
that you have a couple books.
Yeah, well, the children's book, just sharing my story as if I was a kid. So, just last year, I decided, hey, I want to make a children's book. So, what should I do? So I looked, researched online, and looked into illustrators, and it's been a process. But finally released it this year, and I'm currently working on two more. So the book's called One Lawn at a Time.
Mm.
It's my story as if I was a kid. So the next two books are going to be the first one's mowing lawns. The next one's going to be raking leaves. So it's going to change with the season. So
Sure.
my story just raking leaves. Meet different characters, and the last one's going to be snow shoveling. So me going around, snow shoveling. So
All right, yeah, and
yeah, just a three-book series.
and,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and also, man, with the 3-book series, it's another chance for you to sit down with your kids and read the book. You know what I mean? More bonding time. Like, you're looking like the ultimate family man. Do you have any children yourself?
No, not yet. Maybe one day. I travel too much, so I couldn't have a family right now.
I can see that. Man, what you recently broke down here in Lincoln.
Yeah.
I saw I heard in the story it says
Yes.
your van has 300,000 miles on it,
Yeah.
and that's you got another truck at home too. So is
Yeah.
that just kind of your country travel van?
Yeah. So, actually, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Neil Hawks. He's actually from Nebraska.
Shout out to Neil.
And he just happened. I'll tell you the story. He happened to be following me on Twitter one day, and I was traveling at a small SUV where I go visit kids that finish the program. I take them up the lawnmower, weed eater, and blower. And he happened to see me on Twitter, and he said, "Look like you need a bigger vehicle." I didn't know this man. I never met him. Nothing. And I said, "Yeah, I guess so." And then he said, "Message me," and I messaged him. Then he said, gave me his number. He said, "Give him a call." He says, "Look, I want to do something for your organization. I'm going to look into trying to get a bigger vehicle for you." I said, "Okay." I didn't expect him to call me back or anything. The next day he says, "Hey, I found a transit van, a cargo transit van. Would this work?" I said, "Yeah, perfect, exactly."
Right.
And then he actually bought the vehicle. It cost like $30,000, and I flew to Nebraska, met him and his wife at the airport, and I drove it back. So one thing I learned with everything that I do, you never know who's watching. And
Absolutely.
what resonated with him was growing up. Growing up as a kid, he used to mow lawns, to get money and stuff.
Right,
and now
right,
he's a successful businessman in real estate and stuff like that. And he just wanted to help out, and he's been continuing to help out ever since.
Nice.
And that's been such a big help.
And that's huge.
Very
That's
admirable.
right there.
So yeah, your van broke down here.
Yeah.
I saw the first breakdown. You went through a turbo, and then
No problems.
the turbos have a little bit of a thing about throwing metal into the engine. So it is rough, and you ended up having a full motor.
Full motor, man, 20,000.
Yeah, $20,000. We aren't in any way related to Anderson Ford or anything like that. So don't put our show on them. But look, thank you, Anderson Ford
Yeah,
in Lincoln,
Yes.
for taking care of this man.
Yes.
This is something that is better for the world.
That
So
is-
thank you for that.
It is.
So I mean, how did you have the vision to kind of see that the world needed this?
I really didn't. I just asked God one day, but I'll tell you the story how it all came to fruition. So I'm originally from the island of Bermuda. Then I was there too, like I was 16 years old. Then I went to New York for 2 years. I went to a small school upstate New York for kids with learning disabilities. I was there for about 2 years, the best 2 years of my life. I thought I knew what I wanted to do next, and that was computers. So I went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida to attend ITT Tech to learn about computers. I was there for about 6 months. And during those 6 months, I just had a hard time adjusting. And I called my mom saying, look, I want to come back home to Bermuda. I'll become a police officer. I'll do whatever. I just want to come back home. And then one night, I just, was crying and I was praying to God to use me as a vessel. Now, he didn't give me an answer that day, not a month later, not even a year later. Fast forward a few years later, I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, in my senior year of college, getting my bachelor's in computer science. And I was leaving school one day, and I happened to come across an elderly man outside mowing his lawn, and it looked like he was struggling. So, I done what anyone would do. I pulled over and helped that gentleman out. Little did I know that one small act of kindness will end up changing my life forever. And I go back to when I prayed to God to ask Him to use me as a vessel. And it was at that moment I felt that God was preparing me for that moment and said, "This is what I want you to do." And every single day, ever since then, I've been mowing free lawn. So that night, I went home and I just posted on Facebook to my friends and family about that day. And I told them, "Look, I'm gonna start mowing free lawns." And with me being in college, I thought I could mow 40 lawns by the end of winter in between classes. But I mowed 40 lawns so quick that I upped my goal to 100. I mowed 100 lawns so quick, I finished and I said, look, I'm gonna continue to doing this. And then that's when the idea of raising men and now raising women lawn care service came about, where I'll still mow lawns, but I also include kids locally to come out and help me out and mow lawns and
And I,
give
I
back to everything.
I did see that it's kids from 7 to 14,
Yeah, so
or
it's,
7 to 17.
it started from 7 to 17. Now it's 8 to 17.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it started, and it just started locally. And then we ended up going viral one day in 2016. And then a lady by the name of Shannon, she lived in Wichita, Kansas, and a lady by the name of Lori, she lived in Marion, Ohio. Shannon had a son named Andre. He was 7 years old. Lori had a grandson by the name of Quentin, and he was like probably 11. And they saw what we were doing in Huntsville, Alabama, and they asked how could they get their kids involved. So I told them, look, if your kids can mow 50 lawns, but 50 lawns this summer, I'll come out there and give them a brand new mower. And that summer, those two young men went out and mowed 50 lawns, and they would document it. I told them to take pictures and stuff. And they submitted it each time they done a lawn, and that gave birth to what we call today the 50-yard challenge.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you a nonprofit?
Yeah, we're a
Okay.
nonprofit organization now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have, I feel like in one of the videos it says you have several different kind of spots around the country now, or is it
Oh no, so no, we don't have no sponsor or
like
chapter.
as far as chapters
Oh, yeah,
of
we-
raising men and
We don't have any chapters, but we have at least one kid in each state. So it's
Okay.
about 5,000 kids that have signed up since 2016.
Wow.
how many times do you think you've been across the United States?
Well, for the organization, it's been a few times. So about 400 kids in total. I will project
Wow.
that finished the 50-yard challenge.
400?
But I've also started something called 50 States, 50 Lawns, and the summer of 2017. So I'll tell you the story about that. So after I got my bachelor's in computer science, I went back to get my master's in social work because I felt that that was my calling to help people. So I went back to get my master's in social work, and during my internship one day, I was on my lunch break, and I watched this video of this guy that traveled the world doing acts of kindness to others, and that gave me the idea of 50 states, 50 lawns. And I said, look, this summer I'm going to travel to all 50 states. I'm going to mow free lawns for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans. I'm also going to spread awareness about the 50-yard challenge. And that summer I drove to 48 states, and I flew to Alaska and Hawaii and
Wow.
make people aware of the organization. And then since then, I've done it a total of 19 times. So the first were just for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans. Then I started customizing lawnmowers for different causes. And I'll mow for that cause and bring awareness and raise funds for that cause. So some of the causes I mowed for were for veterans. So I had like a camo lawnmower, and I went to all 50 states and I mowed for veterans to thank them for their service.
That's cool.
And just breast cancer. So I had a lawnmower that was pink, and went and mowed for those who had breast cancer, those who had lost a loved one to breast cancer, or those who had survived it. They shared their story. I mowed the lawn and raised awareness. I done childhood cancer. I done 50 state tour called Mowing with Cops, where I'll go to all 50 states. I had a lawnmower that looked like a police car. I put a light bulb, I put a police light on top of it, and just invited officers in each state that I went to come out and mow with me. And the idea behind that was to bring officers and their community together to do free lawn care. And with that one, Toro, they've donated a bunch of lawnmowers to me where I'll convert these lawnmowers to what I call today the lawn cruiser, and I donate them to police departments across the country, and they go in their community with the police with the lawnmower that lights up, and they go and mow free lawns, and
That's
they
cool.
get kids to
cool.
come
That's
out and mow
fun.
with them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
I've done that a few times. So I'm gonna probably do another 50 state tour this September. So I do a few each year. Like earlier this year, I done one for a bunch of different causes. So I had a lawnmower with different ribbons. So I went and let people whatever cause they supported, I'll come mow the lawn and they share about the cause and raise awareness. So I hired this guy out in Austin, Texas, and he just sprays up my lawnmowers to whatever I want and
Nice.
make it happen. And then for each cause, I'll auction that lawnmower off and give 100% of those funds to whatever cause that I'm moving for.
Nice.
Nice.
That's deep. That's good stuff.
Man, just doing all the good he can, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so one thing I was thinking, Rodney, was you said you prayed for the, to use you as a vessel.
Mhm.
So now that you're promoting this, like waking up every day knowing I'm about to go and put my feet on the ground running, how does that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously it's a hunger because you know what I'm saying, because you're you'd be
Yeah.
putting in a lot of road miles and stuff. How does it like for your how can I say your inner soul? Like, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. But it's not just about me anymore. It's about the
Mhm.
kids.
Yes.
Just so seeing kids wanting to get out there and make a difference, that's something special. 'Cause like I said earlier, as a kid, I dislike mowing lawns, but to see a kid, start, they submit the picture with the I accept the 50-yard challenge, and some kids really push hard.
Yeah.
They want to knock that 50-yard challenge out quick. To see them go, that's just
So
motivation.
so your joy is seeing the
Seeing
kids
the kids,
smile.
yeah, seeing the kids smile, and also seeing the smile that they're leaving on the people's faces that we help, because we mow for the elderly, disabled,
Yep,
single
yep.
parents, and veterans, but a lot of them on fixed incomes. So
Right.
when these kids can come mow the lawn for free, that now frees that person up, and they can use their extra funds for food, medication, and other things they really need.
Yeah,
I mean,
makes
we
sense.
all see the person, the older person at the grocery store
Oh, yeah.
struggling for
Right.
the
Yeah.
little things they get, and so that is huge, man.
Yeah, and it's very appreciative. Very, very
Yeah.
appreciative.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So Rob and I did a little poking around on your website, and we seen that there are 3,211 kids currently in the program.
So that might be an old,
Old stat.
old stat. Yeah.
Either way, that number is impressive.
So right now it's
even if
about 5,000 kids that have signed up. So
Wow.
And that's currently in the program.
yeah, that's signed up, but it doesn't mean active.
Sure.
Yeah.
There are
Okay.
some kids that sign up and I don't never hear from them.
So
Yeah.
the interest was there.
yeah, the interest was
Gotcha.
there. But then you got kids that sign up. Then they take their time. I've seen kids that have signed up in 2017 and haven't completed it 2023. So it's a marathon. Then you got some kids that sign up and they're trying to knock it out in 2 months or in one summer. So every kid is different. With them having to get out with their parents, that kind of depends on slows things up or goes faster because the parents have to work. So and they're just kids, so they have to rely on their parents to
Yeah.
get around. So
I'm gonna be real, I'm 42 years old. I still don't like mowing the
Yeah.
lawn.
That's my Friday chore.
I find it therapeutic now. It's to put on some headphones and just go.
Yeah, I'm usually like, hey, Gage, you want to go get that yard for me? But I also need to be out there more. So it'll be good for me, just like it is for them.
Yeah.
So, and we'll get to meet some more people around town, and we may knock on some doors or something in Tacoma and Oakland too. Just try to really get the kids out moving around the community.
So with this challenge, that's just basically you got the kids. Basically, what the kids do is they just go up to houses that they know, or it's like, what's the best way? Like they find the disabled, the veterans, the people that may need these
Community service.
services. Yeah. So like, what do you offer? Like, how do they just go and find, or I mean, is there a way that you
Yeah.
approach that?
Yeah, so we leave it up to the parents to find the lawn,
Okay.
but we've given them suggestions. The best way and the fastest way is just to make a post on Facebook or social media.
Yeah.
Go on the local yard sale pages. But if they do that, sometimes they'll get more than what they asked for. A lot of people, me.
Yeah.
So then you got some kids that go door to door. Some kids
The old traditional
get
way.
old
Yeah.
additional way. Some kids make signs and put them in churches. So
Nice.
there's a bunch of different ways, but we leave it up to them because it gets them to get out and meet people in their community they probably normally
Right.
wouldn't have met. And I hear stories all the time of kids, meeting people and becoming family members, kind of these people,
Yeah.
Building
people that they meet.
relationships.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
building those relationships. So yeah, get
Yeah.
them out there.
So this is probably, I mean, this was also off the website. It said 15,000 yards mowed. What do you think?
Probably
you're-
more than that. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying, where do you think you're at with
I
that
don't know.
now? I mean,
It's
it's
a lot.
25, 30.
Yeah, something like that.
You know what's so amazing, man? The smile that he has
Yeah.
talking about. I mean, that's a piece that you can't describe, but it's awesome to share that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's with you, and then obviously also help put this out there for the audience to see that, like, hey, this is something big and passionate that you really care deeply about.
Thanks, man. Yeah, and I would have never thought I'd be doing this, but I got a chance to wake up every day and do it. Yeah, just living my purpose, I guess.
Well, Rob and I, we got on the phone and we sent a bunch of emails. We hit Tractor Supply and Baumgars and Lowe's and Home Depot. And, some people, we just had a big storm. So some people weren't as able to help. They'd blown through their budgets. But Tractor Supply and Baumgars here locally, and actually in Tacoma, and they donated some stuff. So we do have a box of
Okay. Thank you so much.
glasses, some ear protection,
Oh, yeah.
and some gloves.
That's important.
We spent a few bucks here and grabbed a bag of stuff too. And Nancy upstairs, she grabbed some
Oh,
glasses.
thank you.
And
Thank you.
it's we obviously you have to have some kind of lawnmower help.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's try to help on the side
Right,
that
right.
Yeah.
So we figure you got to try to protect the kids a little bit.
Thank
too.
you for that. And safety is important. Last year, we hired a company to make a safety video. 'Cause it's important. I've seen kids submit pictures with them in I call them Jesus sandals. The sandals.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Mom with Jesus sandals, and then they got Crocs on, and so safety is important. And I tell kids all the time, you got to wear those glasses, especially when you're reading.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, I used to
Yeah.
go without one. Pow!
We've all caught something in the eye.
yeah.
I still get.
Oh,
I
man.
still weed whack without them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts.
But the crazy part is, it only takes one good one in the right spot. You might lose some vision.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
I made the rookie move of trying to mow or weed whack in shorts, bro. And that was
Oh, that's another one.
That's definitely rookie
Yeah,
move.
that loose sand.
Oh,
Oh,
bro.
to get you.
Yeah, I
It'll bite
caught
you.
a couple good shin whacks. I was like, I'm gonna go put
And
some
me, I
brakes on.
took the guard off because I wanted to edge my
Oh,
grass,
yeah,
my lawn good. So don't do that.
How'd that
Just
turn
get an
out?
edge of-
Yeah.
You know.
So safety is important, especially the kids.
Yeah.
So they got to got to teach them right. Yeah, that's it.
When I was talking to the wife about the kids doing this, I was like, I'm going to be there with them. I'm
Yeah.
not just going to send them out, but it's, I look forward to this. I really, really do. So do you have a place that people could donate to you and I don't know, to
Yeah.
keep you moving?
Yeah, so on our website, we have a place where people can donate. We have an Amazon wish list with different items. If they want to donate money, they can donate money on there. But yeah, if they want to donate safety glasses, lawnmowers, 'cause everything that we give out to the kids come from our Amazon wish list.
Okay.
So yeah,
I kind of like that. So a guy like, Danny or I could get on the internet to the Amazon and have it and it just kind of
yeah,
shows
it
up.
shows
to you.
up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, that's what's up.
Technology.
Don't tell Nancy about
Daddy don't want the wish list. So I mean, we kind of thanked Anderson or anything. Do you have anybody that you want to kind of give a shout out to?
Just everyone that supported the organization, like we talked before, Mr. Neil Hawks. That was a big help because I was driving around the country in an SUV. I could only fit 3 lawnmowers in there, 3 weed eaters, 3 blowers. So I had to go visit the kids and come back and restock. But now I got a big van. I can fit probably 12 of everything, and I can see more kids on one trip. So
Okay.
that has helped out so much.
Yeah,
So Mr. Neil Hawks has been a blessing to the organization.
yeah. And then obviously Anderson for
Oh, yeah,
people.
Anderson, yeah,
I mean,
that's
Look, you got 300,000 miles out of the first. You know what I mean?
exactly. So this new vehicle, the new engine, I could hopefully get another 300,000 on that.
Right,
And they just happened to a lady in the a lady that has their child in the organization. She just happened to write them and to tell them, and they said, "Look, we want to help out," and they didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
But they
no,
just reached out and said, "Look, we would like to, we see what you're doing. We'd like to help out." And $20,000, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, even look, they're a big business, and
Yeah.
even for a big business, $20,000 is a lot. So I mean, it goes to show how much people support what you're doing,
It does.
and like I said, man, we're all trying to get our kids off the video games and out into the yard. The trampoline is like the coolest thing I can say. Guys, let's go jump for a little bit, and it's. But I appreciate the opportunity to
Yes,
sit
sir.
down with you here, and I look forward to getting my kids into this and really trying to do my little part to
Yeah.
change the community here. So, in the challenge, do the kids send you pictures with everybody
Yeah.
they're with to basically hold themselves accountable?
Yeah, so every loan a kid is doing, they send a before and after picture, a picture of them in action, and or a picture with the homeowner. And they just submit that every time they do a loan.
Okay.
If they want to submit more pictures, they're allowed to. But yeah, those are the pictures that we require for each loan that they do. And yeah, it's a simple upload and send it in.
So with all the kids and stuff, I'm assuming you got somebody helping you with your Facebook and all that stuff. You
No,
can't
I do everything myself.
Wow.
really,
Yeah.
Wow.
man.
That's
You get four. Like
dedication.
I've seen some of your comments on your stuff. I had sent you a message on
Yeah.
Facebook and was like, oh man, I'll pick you up or whatever. And then I was going through and I could see in the very bottom corner of your card, I zoomed in and found the number and sent you a text. You know what I mean? I was like, I couldn't imagine you trying to handle your own.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah. I got it.
so you get to the hotel or to the house and then right onto the computer. And,
Yeah. I'm hoping to hire someone soon. You know.
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
Gotta hire someone soon to take that responsibility over me so I can focus on other stuff.
yeah.
But the goal is to grow the organization because I see it being like a big brothers and big sisters organization.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I'd like to start chapters eventually in all 50 states and have people run their own chapters in their state and hire a secretary and just have different positions. So it can really grow because one man can only do so much.
Yes.
So I can only
Yes.
take it there, but with a team, we can really do some damage.
And I really believe, man, you find the right donors and the right people, man. I think 50 states, if I was like the billionaire, bro, you would be in 50 states right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I see the value in this. There's another young man I've seen on social media who, shows the kids in the neighborhood how to change their oil and
Okay.
things like that. And, that kind of stuff, just having the people that are going to help show the people in their community or the kids, that some of, my parents are busy and they sometimes aren't around. And I mean, did any of y'all parents show you how to change a tire?
I'm from New York, man. I'm on the bus and train.
I mean, I had been showed how to change a tire, but I know that is kind of we kind of quit teaching our kids like
Yeah.
we used to.
Yeah.
So it's, trying to get back to that. I actually was thinking about showing Gage how to do a tire the other day, just from seeing this man on, showing the kids how to change oil. And because that is,
You talking about on Twitter?
he's on Facebook.
You talking about King Randall?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is exactly. I didn't want
He's
to
walking right
misquote his.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My man
Walking.
just walked like to Georgia, bro. It was a 200-mile walk
Yeah,
or
I
something.
think he's in Albany, Georgia, headed to Atlanta.
Is that what it is?
200 miles, yeah. And that Georgia heat is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And
Real
I've
humid,
been
too.
following this man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
walking
yeah.
down the side of the highway and sending videos and the signs and all that.
He's
I
doing
mean,
great things.
yes,
He's doing great things.
man, y'all are the same to me, man.
Yes,
Both
sir.
of y'all are doing huge things for people,
Yes.
and I wish as a community, as everybody, we could find a way to take a little piece of y'all, and the world needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really do. It's the world is. I feel afraid for my children, so we need more like King Randall and yourself.
But like he says, what he's doing, he's trying to bring awareness, but it just starts with you. So if you see a need in your community, just do it. People hit me up all the time. I want to start something like what you're doing your community. I tell them all the time, just pick up a lawnmower and start.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
it is. You just start. You,
Yeah.
just,
See,
you see
nowadays,
a need. You see a need, and you just
Yeah.
fix that need, or apply yourself.
Yeah, and to be honest, you can use the social media as a like a just check yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm doing this every day. You know,
it's the
I
accountability.
try to poke accountability. That's the word I was looking for.
Definitely.
That's kind of why I think Diesel's on with the pictures. You know, like got to have the picture, Dad.
Yeah.
Just that's
Yeah.
his way of being accountable for it. Now you got to put it on Facebook. You know, like he's cool like that. You know, but I really wish there was, the world could find more of you guys that are doing it and willing to do it. And I am going to try to take a page out of your book myself and get out and do things in my neighborhood. You still got a couple young kids.
I got one. Yep, she's 9. So, I may take her. She plays around in the streets. So we'll probably get it. I know she'll probably be excited too, but I'm gonna have to coach her. I train her before I put it on video because I don't know whether to happen.
But even it doesn't have to be lawn mowing. She might like to paint. Find a way to just find a way. Whatever they have interest in. Just
Gotcha.
Kids might like the I don't know
the flowers.
Plant
flowers.
No,
Anything.
I
You
get
see
it.
a need. There's I've seen some kids before. The elderly people need help taking their garbage can to the side of the road.
Yeah.
So you got kids that go to their house and just bring it to the side of the road. So there's many
And to
different
those elderly people, that's
That's a
huge.
lot, yeah.
And to those kids, it's
It's nothing,
3
yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
It's nothing.
Man,
Yeah, they got all the energy in the world.
you get into a couple South Omaha parks or Council Bluff parks. I mean, even taking a picture before and picking up the trash and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Really, that's things that we need in our community. Diesel and I pick up trash as we walk through town in Craig. People may look at me funny when I'm putting stuff in their trash can in the morning, but we can talk about
Just
it.
clean it up.
If it wasn't on the ground anyway, it'd already be there.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. We all need to be better.
Yeah.
We all, for the children, for ourselves, for each other.
Definitely.
For
I just love it. I love the whole deal of just like the purpose is building the relationships, just giving back to the community because we already know the world we live in, and we forgot how to do that.
Yeah.
So to promote that and push that is bringing it back to how we kind of started seeing it when we were younger.
Yeah.
But somewhere in this new age of technology, we lost sight of it.
We did. Everything's inside. Everything's your whole world is on a phone.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, I remember when we had payphones. Payphones.
Exactly.
Pagers.
We had internet where you had to dial up and
Yep.
Listen to that series of beeps
Yeah.
while it tries to connect. Exactly.
You be out. I like being outside as a kid. Going outside, building forts, climbing the trees. Man, that's what it is.
I'm pretty sure we all were outside
Oh,
as
yeah.
children.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. And
I was a creek kid catching
Yeah.
frogs and
Yeah.
tadpoles and taking them home.
Yep.
nowadays, it's just, the whole life is in that palm of the hand.
Everything.
And it's crazy because they'll watch other kids play.
Yeah.
That's a very valid point, Rich. Yeah, they'll watch another
They'll
person
watch
play video
another kid
games.
play when
I have this conversation at home.
Yeah.
My kids watch.
they'll
other
watch
kids
another kid
games.
play.
I'm
And
like,
you know
are
what?
doing?
And I'm gonna start taking hindsight. Hey kid, come on. There's some people, and it helped me become more responsible and accountable. You know what I'm saying, to give back, because I know I've been doing some praying. Like I need to do something. You know what I'm saying. I want to give back. Give some way I can. And anything is. It doesn't have to be material. It doesn't have to be monetary. You know what I'm saying, but just saying good morning and hello to someone, that's giving. Because
You never know what
somebody
someone's going to do.
Yeah.
You never
So
know.
it's
People
awesome.
on social media, especially, they put a smile on. Acting like everything's fine, but
Yeah.
behind, they turn that feeling on or put it down. A lot of stuff's going on.
Oh yeah.
You don't see it.
It was like 2 days ago. I was heated about some stuff, and I was in here, and Rob's like, "You good, bro?" And I was not ready to talk about. I was like, "I'm fine." Just and we went and shot a commercial, dude, and it was like we came back here and spent a couple hours, and I cut 2 different versions of it, and it was just trash. But I reset. We went back the next day, and it came out real nice. So it's
And look, and you were helping someone. You're helping someone
Yeah.
promote their business, so you helping them. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, the purpose is just to help. We want to first attack the
Yeah.
people in need, right? The veterans. See, I know that's another place we can go look at the VA. You know what I'm saying? You got those people. You know, say, hey, do you guys have any people that can use a little bit of help?
Yeah.
You know, so
because I
people
can
watching.
see how it would pile on, getting in like a buy sell trade and being like, is there any? I could see that it would pile on social. It could
Yeah,
pile on
it could.
social media.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Because there are a lot of takers out there, and you are trying to more search for the person that,
That
needs
needs
it.
Facebook
Yeah,
become
yeah.
more of a screening process, I think, for the comments. Of
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know you got another, what you said, 13 hours to go
Wow.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna try. 13 to get home, but I think I could get to 10, maybe hopefully 13, but at least.
What time did you get on the road this morning?
5 o'clock, 5, 6.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Yeah.
Definitely before sunrise.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate you stopping
Oh no,
by.
Oh,
then you
yeah.
got perhaps.
Definitely do. We,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
just when he says he's excited about it, he ain't lying.
No, no.
Like,
We got to calm him down.
and that don't happen very often. So,
Yeah. Oh man, I was at like 10 o'clock this morning. I started pacing in the kitchen. My wife's like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I got my insides are all crazy, and I got I feel like I could do all the push-ups right now."
Until he tried to do what?
I might get four.
I got to reevaluate life.
Diesel will be down there. Go, Dad. One more. One more.
Yeah. No,
Biggest cheerleader,
Yeah.
Diesel, right there.
Yeah, he is, man. Diesel is my biggest cheerleader. But so yeah, we'll kind of shut this down here. We
Okay.
got some steaks upstairs, and we'll get you on the road here.
All right,
So,
appreciate it, man.
yeah, well, yeah, man. Have a safe drive
Thanks.
back home. You gonna be home for a while, or are you right back out?
Yeah. Some kids recently finished in West Virginia, Oklahoma. West Virginia, Oklahoma. The kids that finished in North Dakota.
Oh.
Two other kids about to finish in Iowa. So kids are finishing before school goes back in. So I'll be back on the road another 2 weeks or so.
So you'll go see these kids before, like, and basically, you're because you're donating to them. So you go to congratulate them. And
Yeah. So I go
That's-
take pictures with them, and
That's intense. That's beautiful.
yeah. So yeah, every kid that does it correctly. There's some kids that they don't do it correctly, so I just mail them the stuff. But most kids that do everything correctly, and I just go see them.
Yeah,
Man.
So if you put that effort in, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, no matter where you are. The kid finished in Canada before, but he drove down to North Dakota, and I met him in North Dakota.
Wow.
All right.
So as a kid finished in Hawaii once, but I was on my 50-state tour at the time. So when I got to Hawaii, I just went to see him. So wherever kid finished,
man. I'm telling you, that trip
Next
to
time.
Hawaii would be really sad. I'd hate to have to do that.
I don't like going to Hawaii. Really.
Yeah?
Yeah. Being from an island, I don't like being on an island.
Oh, okay.
Fair.
But Hawaii is beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
pictures you see, those are real pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's a real
I'm
thing.
not
Yeah.
trying to live there because it's so hot. Like I'm more of the Alaska type,
Yeah.
you know.
You been to Alaska?
I ain't been there
Hey,
either.
it's
That's
nice-
a goal
nice up
though. That is a
It's
goal.
nice.
I got the
Well, what you said earlier, you're well insulated.
yeah.
That's what I was saying. He's built for the
I am
job.
well insulated. But yeah, fellas, I don't have much else here.
Definitely, thank you for coming again.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely,
Hey,
Rodney. Thank you.
If you ever have car trouble within the couple states in Nebraska, bud, you hit me up. I'll come get you with my car trouble.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't. Tows are expensive, whatever. I'll come help you if I can.
Okay, man, I appreciate
That's what I do for a living. I drive, so when I'm not here doing this, so yeah, man.
All right.
Thanks again, boss. Have a safe
so much.
trip, and thanks for your time.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
All right, man.
Thanks again, Rob.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Good stuff, fellas.
That's intense. That's
You got it?
Oh, yeah.